Hi friends, Right Careers welcomes you to another brand new video for this week. This is S. Sudarshan, your career coach. Before we get on to this week's topic, the customary thing, in case you have subscribed to my channel, thank you so much, and in case you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click on the subscription button and also the bell button for instant notifications of all career and parenting related videos. Moving on to this week's topic, let us go back to 2000, mid 2000 in terms of how we used to shop. Now we used to go physical, right? We used to go to malls, we used to go to shopping centers, we used to go to different shops and then buy. And then slowly, in late 2000s and then, late in beginning of 2010, 2011, we were introduced to e-commerce portals like Flipkart or Amazon or etc. etc. Now at that time, many of us never took these portals very seriously. We used to see what they offer. We used to compare, especially if you're going to buy a mobile, if you're going to buy a mobile at that point in time, we used to compare different models, different pricing. We also used to read the reviews, but then we hardly trusted those platform, and then we still used to go to retail shops, malls, and then buy anything. That was the trend in early 2000 and then mid 2000, I would say. Cut across to today, what is happening today is there's been a paradigm shift in terms of purchase and buying behavior from all of us. Now, most of us today at some point in time would have bought something online, right? Today, people sell cars online, people buy cars online. So a lot of things are happening online. This has actually disrupted the entire industry. Now, businesses today, cannot afford to ignore online as a platform for their sales. No business today, including the traditional giants like Reliance or Tata, are slowly, or not even slowly, they've already got into this online space. Now, it looks easy from a customer perspective. This is very, very easy because we see the products online, we order, and then we get it. But there is a whole lot of back work that's involved in this entire process. Now, this entire complex process is technically called as supply chain management, and that's exactly the topic for this week. The topic that we have taken for this week is careers that are related to supply chain management. Now, supply chain management, unlike the past, say 15-20 years back, at least when I studied, it wasn't a favorite specialization or a popular specialization, I should say, or a popular career, I should say. But today, with the advent of e-commerce ruling the entire world, supply chain management, the careers in supply chain management has become more exciting, and there is a huge boom in supply chain management, I would say. Now, what was considered as dry 15 years back is considered to be hot these days. So in this video, we will try to see what are those careers that are related with supply chain management. But before we see what are those careers that are related with SCM, we would see what is supply chain management, or what is SCM in term called as, alternatively called as supply chain management. So supply chain management includes planning, it includes controlling, it includes executing to ensure smooth delivery, of whatever we order, so that it comes back to you smoothly, seamlessly, I should say. Let us take an example. You place an order sitting in some part of the country. Say you are in Chennai and you place an order in any of the portal like Nykaa. You say, for example, you place an order for this shirt. This shirt is available in Gujarat. Now you get to know when you order that that particular product that you have ordering is based out of Gujarat. So you get to know who the retailer is, right? Now once you know the retailer, you order it, and then you get a message. Upon ordering, you get a message stating that the order has been placed. And then after 2 days, you get another message stating that the order has been shipped from that location, from the manufacturing location to a warehouse. And then after a day, you get that it has come to a metro point. Say for example, it has come to Delhi. After 2-3 days, you get a message that it has been delivered to Bangalore facility center or whatever it is. And then after a day, it says it has come to facility center near your place. And then eventually it says it is the products or goods are out for shipment, and then it gets delivered to you. And once it gets delivered, it sends you a thank you message. Looks very, very easy, but this is not an easy task. This is a quite complex process, I would say, and this process is exactly called as supply chain management. Right. So what is supply chain management? We just saw, but right from production of goods, manufacturing of goods, to shipment of goods, to delivery, to after sales service, everything is taken care by supply chain management. Other integral portfolio, other integral functions of this profession includes inventory control, which we will see, inventory management, manufacturing definitely, procurement, purchase we call, right, warehousing, logistics, transportation, and then eventually packaging also comes. So these are some of the functions of supply chain management. Now, usually where these supply chain management professionals are involved in varied industries, primarily e-commerce industry, transportation industry, automotive industry, manufacturing industry, consumer durables industry, consumer goods industry, FMCG, retail, healthcare, so on and so forth. So they are deployed in almost all the industries these days. Let us get on to some of the careers that are related with supply chain management. The first career that I can think of straight away in terms of supply chain management is a supply chain manager. Now, as the name itself suggests, supply chain managers are professionals who are involved in developing and overlooking the entire supply chain strategy. They take care of the entire supply chain strategy of any company. Now, the key responsibility of a supply chain manager is to ensure efficiency in production. That's the most important thing. They have to look into the production. For example, for which they have to work with many stakeholders in the company. Let us take an example of Maruti, an automobile example, right? What exactly a supply chain manager does, in Maruti is he or she needs to understand the demand of any car. So today, as a customer, if I go to a Maruti showroom to buy a Dzire car, for example, Swift Dzire or Dzire, they say the waiting time is 6 months. Now that is not a healthy sign, right? So what a good supply chain manager or management does is they fasten the production by analyzing the demand. They might say, okay, today Alto has less demand, for example, less demand. So let us cut the production of Alto, increase the production of the car that is in more demand, so that the waiting period is less and then the customers are eventually getting benefited. So that's exactly what a supply chain manager does. So they oversee the production flow, they coordinate with various stakeholders, including sales, vendors, etc. They also procure, raw material for manufacturing, update the inventory as to where the inventory is. When you buy a car today, you often get inventory, right? It has been in manufacturing stage, it is in dispatch stage, so on and so forth. That's exactly what SCM managers do. And then they also minimize the operational risks. So this is exactly what a supply chain manager does. So that's the first career. The second career that I can think of when it comes to in the supply chain management industry is a warehouse manager. Now it's a very confined role and a comfortable role, I should say, but it involves challenge also. As the name itself suggests, warehouse managers are professionals who are involved in managing the goods that comes to them for storage. So what is warehousing? Where you store the products that comes from manufacturing point, right? So that's warehouse storage area. So a warehouse manager is responsible for maintaining the product in their warehouse, whatever goods it is, right? So some of the key responsibilities of a warehouse manager includes coordinating with customers. They are the ones who are going to coordinate with the customers. They also will be coordinating with vendors. Transport, especially the logistics and transport, is something that will come under their jurisdiction, and also dispatch of goods with proper receipt and things like that. So that is what a warehouse manager does. So that's the second career profession. The third career opportunity when it comes to supply chain management is a operations manager. Now once again, restricted to an internal role in an organization. It's a very, very important role in any organization. The role of operation manager involves overseeing the administrative flow of raw material. So the raw material should be in order. That's exactly what an operations manager should be doing, so that the manufacturing of goods or products becomes faster. The most significant responsibility of an operation manager includes coordinating with the production team, supervising the production team, and forecasting the demand for raw materials. If there is no raw material, where is the production? So operations manager will forecast the demand for raw materials and procure. So that's the third career option. The fourth important career opportunity when it comes to supply chain management is a purchase manager or a procurement manager. Now I'm sure any company has a purchase or procurement manager. It is a very important portfolio because they are the ones who are going to deal with the vendors. They are the ones who are going to finalize the vendors, negotiate with vendors, finalize the vendors for purchase and also for various other important aspects. Now they are important because they negotiate and they also get the best quote or best prices for the raw materials. So right from getting quotes, vendor finalization, vendor choosing, to getting the best, cheap and best we call, right? So that is exactly what a purchase manager does. So they are also involved in cost cutting and therefore forms an integral part of any company. So that's the fourth career option. The fifth career option that I can think of when it comes to careers in supply chain management is in the form of a logistics manager. As the name itself suggests, logistics manager is primarily responsible for transportation. So he or she plans and monitors different strategies related to shipment of products. When the product is there, the shipment of products and goods is done by the logistics manager to whom? To the end user or to the customer. So they manage inventory, they streamline the operations, they streamline the shipment and transportation process, ensuring the customers are seamlessly getting their orders. So that's exactly what a logistics manager does. Overall, to conclude, there has been a tremendous change in terms of consumers buying behavior in online, and that has made this role in careers, that has made this career or careers related to supply chain management even more relevant and hot, I should say. So in case you have any further doubts on choosing where to study, how to become a professional inside the supply chain management process, do feel free to contact, touch base with us. All the credentials are mentioned beneath this video. And until next Monday with another brand new video, see you all, take care, have a safe week. Thank you.